Welcome to the deep dive. It's just incredible how much noise is out there today.
Absolutely. Everyone's attention is pulled in what? A million directions.
Exactly. And the old ways businesses competed, just talking about product features or being the cheapest.
Yeah, that playbook feels pretty outdated now. It's just not enough.
Right. But there's this really powerful idea emerging, something called narrative capital. We're hearing it more and more.
Mm-hmm. It's genuinely shifting things.
So today, that's our deep dive. We want to unpack what narrative capital actually is, how companies build it.
And why it's becoming so vital for, well, building trust and actually getting noticed.
Okay, so let's start there. Narrative capital, it sounds important, but what is it, really?
Well, look, it's not just some fluffy marketing term. Think of it as a real strategic asset.
An asset, like intellectual property or something.
Kind of, yeah. It's built over time through genuine emotional connection, making sure people hear your core message again and again.
Okay, consistency.
And this is key. Earning trust. It's that trust that gives you long-term influence.
Influence to do what, exactly?
Shape perceptions, move markets, get seen. Honestly, much faster than just throwing money at ads or constantly tweaking the product. It's about that lasting connection.
Got it. So we used to talk a lot about brand voice. How is this narrative capital idea deeper? What's the real difference?
It's a great question. Brand voice was often, simpler, maybe a tone, a style. Narrative capital is about weaving together layers of stories.
Layers? Like what?
Well, think about it. You've got the founder's own story, often the struggles, the why behind it all. That can be really powerful, quite vulnerable sometimes.
Right, the origin story.
Exactly. Then you have customer stories, how people's lives were actually changed, not just features they used.
Transformation journeys, yeah.
And increasingly transparency about the internal culture. What does the company actually value? How does that show up day to day?
So it's not just talk.
No. Plus, a really clear mission. Why does this company exist beyond making money? It's this whole tapestry, not just a single thread.
Okay, that makes sense. It's much more fundamental. And if it's that core, I guess it changes how companies actually operate, right? Not just marketing.
Absolutely. This narrative thinking is becoming the core architecture for the whole business.
How so?
Well, it shapes your go-to-market strategy. Your story gives you that sharp edge to cut through all the noise. It clarifies your why.
Okay.
It massively impacts recruitment. You start attracting people who genuinely believe in the mission, not just looking for a job.
Aligning talent, right?
Big time. And fundraising. Investors need more than spreadsheets. They need a compelling story to buy into.
A vision.
Precisely. And it even loops back to product design. Does the product itself feel like it belongs to this story? Does it live the narrative?
Wow. So it touches everything. And you mentioned PR earlier.
Mm-hmm.
How is this changing that world? Seems like a huge shift.
Oh, definitely. PR teams aren't just reacting to news anymore. They're becoming like internal editorial teams, newsrooms almost.
Proactive storytellers.
Exactly. They're crafting these nuanced narratives and pushing them out consistently across all the channels, LinkedIn, Twitter, podcasts like this one, newsletters.
Even investor decks?
Especially investor decks. The story has to be coherent everywhere.
Can you give some examples? Who's doing this well?
Sure. I mean, think about companies like Airbnb. Their narrative around belonging, travel, local experiences. That's huge.
Yeah, you feel it.
Or Duolingo, with its fun, accessible language learning story. Morning Brew built a whole media company on a specific, relatable voice and narrative.
Right, not just big consumer brands either.
No, definitely not. We see focused B2B startups getting amazing traction this way too. And what's fascinating now is how AI is playing a role.
Ah, AI. How does that fit in? Is it writing the stories?
Not necessarily writing the core story, but it's being used to test and refine it. AI can analyze huge amounts of data on how people react to different narrative angles.
So, testing which parts resonate.
Exactly. Predicting what might work best. Even generating slight variations for A/B testing on different platforms. It offers this incredible precision and scale for optimizing the story.
While keeping the main message consistent.
That's the goal, yeah. Preserve the core while tailoring the delivery.
Okay, so if building this narrative capital is so important, what happens if companies don't? If they just stay quiet?
That's what some call the silent founder problem, or just the silent company.
And the risk?
Well, especially now, with AI making content generation so easy and cheap, channels are just flooded. If you don't actively build and share your narrative,
You just disappear.
you risk becoming invisible, yeah. Or worse, just seen as interchangeable, another commodity. The source material we looked at was pretty blunt, saying in this age, Only story survives.
Only story survives.
Without that compelling narrative, you just don't cut through. You're lost in the noise.
So, wrapping this up,
Mm-hmm.
it feels clear that narrative capital isn't some sideshow for the PR department.
Not at all.
It really seems like it's becoming the core of competitive advantage in this crazy, content-saturated world we're in.
I think that's right. And maybe a final thought for you, listening. How does knowing about narrative capital change how you look at things?
Like what?
Like how you evaluate the companies you buy from or invest in, the news or content you consume, even the stories you tell about yourself. Just consider, how much power a well-crafted narrative really holds.